I still wonder how would right? Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hey Heather, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, fantastic. If you're just joining us, we've got Heather Hyatt, matchmaker for Epic Fighting down in San Diego. Yeah, apologize Heather, we ran a little long with Coach Ed. And
sorry.
And you know, we're just trying to pick his brain on Jones versus Belfort. How you doing down there in San Diego?
Oh, I'm not quite to San Diego yet.
Boy, so you have an incredibly, this is one of the biggest events Epic Fighting's ever put on coming this Saturday, huh?
Oh, I think it'll be the second big one. Last one was just as big.
Yeah, actually it was. You know, if you haven't checked out Epic Fighting, you have to take a look at the length of their fight card. And I know I've been following you guys for a while, and I know that there's a lot of reasons why amateur fight cards are typically, sometimes they're almost twice as long as a pro fight card, because you have so many last minute, you know, things happen.
Adjustments.
Are you finding that to be true too?
Yeah, I usually overbook the card probably by 15 to 20 to fight.
Oh yeah, 15?
Yeah, Camo will let us allow to have 15.
Yeah.
So I usually book it for 30.
Wow. It's amazing some of the funny excuses I've heard over the years of why, you know, guys will say, I've heard guys say even things like, oh, I have a headache, or are there any interesting excuses you've heard, Heather?
No, for the most part, they're injuries. Unfortunately, that happens. These guys are training so hard.
Yeah.
The injury.
And they get injured and then they can't fight.
Yeah. Well,
The hardest thing I'm having is, obviously, we're camo commission fight. And getting an amateur fighter to have to pay to have the camo clearance is a little rough.
yeah.
So that's probably the hardest thing I come up against, is actually getting them to get camo cleared on time.
Oh, to get camo cleared. Oh, yeah, that's right. By the athletic, the amateur
Association.
organization there. I was wondering, I know the last couple cards, they started including women's MMA bouts with the rest of the fights. Are you going to continue that this Saturday? You any women on the card?
That's the plan. There's no female fighters on this card.
Uh-huh.
But I have 4 lined up for the next card.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was, I've seen some of the highlights, and it looked like those fights were almost close to being like fight of the night. The girls just bring it, huh?
Those girls can kick some ass.
Oh my gosh! Wow. So, what are some of the? I know that Andrew Logdon is going up against
Jordan Saldivar.
That's right, and that's actually
The
for
155 title.
155 title. Wow, incredible. That's supposed to be. That's one of the top fights on the card there.
That will definitely be our main event.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
We also have Kyle Kleinschmidt.
Oh man, that guy is a beast. Check him out.
He is.
Yeah, you guys have to. He's in some of my videos, I think. Kyle Kleinschmidt.
Kleinschmidt,
Yeah,
correct.
Google him, you guys, and you'll see this guy. I've seen him.
185.
He is a beast. That kid is going places.
Brutal.
He's just one of those guys that you don't want him to get anywhere near you, because he's
Take
either
your
going
head
to
off.
slug you, or he's just going to pick you up and throw down, and
Wow.
just vicious ground and pound. I
Wow.
Yeah,
mean,
him and Chris Floyd fought for the 185 title at the last Epic.
yeah.
And it ended up in a draw.
All right.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So we were going to rematch him this time, but Chris Lloyd got the opportunity to fight at the California State Championship.
Oh, I see.
So those guys can't fight 2 weeks prior to, so we
Yeah.
were unable to get that rematch in.
Oh, yeah.
So
So,
he's fighting Odon Alvarez instead.
Odon. Yeah, Odon
I've
always
heard of
brings
Odon.
it. Yep.
Odon's been out of the picture for a while. He says he's ready to come back.
Yeah, Odon has put some vicious beatings on people in the past. I can't imagine that he wouldn't attempt to...
hungry. He's hungry, wants to come back and make a statement.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, I mean...
He is. Odon's our wild card. You just never know what you're going to get with him. You're either going to get the Odon that's been training hard and ready to go at it, or you get the Odon that comes in, that can't fight, 30 pounds overweight, and not quite sure what to do with them. I think we have some mean Odon this time.
Yeah, it's interesting. Most amateur promotions, I think, the fights, they go on, they go off. People don't pay too much attention, but there's something about epic fighting where people almost treat it like a pro league. Because these guys, they get some name recognition. I know one of the guys, Marvin Madriaga, he's going to be fighting on Bama here coming up, a Bama card. And, he started with epic fighting. I was there, at Epic Fighting 4, his first ever amateur fight, and he has gone on to just run through people, and now he's a pro fighter. And Epic seems like, I think of him as almost like being like, there's colleges like USC that they say, our job is to prepare people for the pros. It's not just about winning championships. They really think of themselves in that way, and it seems like Epic is really focused on, hey, we're preparing these kids for
finding the talent, bring it in.
Fighter. I know that you've brought in people like Boss Rutan to have seminars before the events, to talk to them about what it's like. You're seeing a lot of them transition into pro leagues.
Well, that's the plan when I do my matchmaking. I don't match the size just because they are the same weight. I match them by their skill, by the type of fights that they had. I want to make sure that these guys win there and that's the best fight they can possibly have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do that, then I'm not doing them any good. I'm wasting the time.
Matchmaking it's not as easy as just like, let me put these two guys and fight together. You have to look, the fighters have to complement each other. As they say, styles make fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean...
It'll be the first job Jason will tell you, he hands off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I probably put more time into matchmaking than I do like a full-time job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I said, there's so many variables. You gotta, pick the right people. You don't want to pick two people who too much alike, because then it just stalemates the fight, or they each might, if you have two kick butt strikers, they're gonna try and, they could either try and outstrike each other, which is great, or the striking might cancel itself out, and they might go to the ground. And well,
here's the thing: you got to remember, you're dealing with amateurs, and there's not a ton of tape on these kids. A lot of times, all you know about them is what their coach said. I would think, isn't that right, Heather? I mean, you got the
that's probably the biggest thing. Is I have to make sure that the coaches are honest. The coaches tell me exactly what kind of fighters they have.
Yep.
Obviously, early on in the first couple of fights, if you have a stand-up fighter, I'm going to put him with another stand-up fighter.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of wrestling on him, because it's not, and it doesn't make for a good fight that way. The more and more experience they get, then I will start mixing up the bouts a little bit more.
Yeah. I have to say,
I do my research.
Yeah, you must be doing something right, because I've watched a lot of the fights at Epic Fighting. I'm going to go down there on Saturday, actually be there, and a lot of very few decisions. Which, when I see very few decisions, I think, that's great matchmaking.
Yes.
And that's the thing with Epic Fights, very few decisions. These guys, part of it is how hungry these kids are, but it's also, they've been matched up very well.
I've read in many forums that sometimes the best fights are not the pro fights, but the amateur fights, because these guys are hungry. They want to get up there. They want to get known. Many times the well-known fighters, they get complacent. And they just, they're like, whatever. They don't take the training serious.
There's a lot of football fans that actually prefer college football to the pros, because they know that those guys are doing it.
They want to get noticed. They're hungry. They want to.
It's more than just getting a paycheck on this one. It's the pride and the glory that comes with it when you're an amateur fighter.
Yeah, it's also, being at those events, it's not just, that's when I realized I had no idea until I showed up at an epic fighting event how much the team gets involved. You know, you think it's an individual sport, but you got 6 guys sitting there wrapped around these kids right before they're walking out, and they're all just sitting there, and you got one guy whispering in his ear, "You're the best. You're going to do it. You've trained hard." You know, and it's like
getting his mind straight.
At a local event like that, you got half of the people in the local audience there are friends and family, and that place, I'll tell you, a local kid wins, you got to plug your ears. It's crazy.
Must go nuts.
So, Heather, how I know that you guys have made a lot of technical upgrades in terms of how you broadcast the show. Is it still streaming on epicfighting.com?
You can still buy it on epicfighting.com.
Okay, I know that a lot of people actually prefer that because they can't make it down there, or
well, it is a 21 and over fight this time, so at the location. So unfortunately, if you're under 21, you can't come and watch your friends fight. So that would be a good message for anyone that you can't come and watch. So keep track of what they're doing.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, fantastic, Heather. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're running out of time here, and I just want to let everyone know, check out epicfighting.com, and if you don't know who Heather Hyatt is, just Google hottest matchmaker in the world, and her picture will pop up. I enjoy...
You know how that works out.
I enjoy all our banter back and forth. I'm always messing around on Facebook and stuff. So, all right, hon. Thanks a lot, and
no problem. Thanks for having me.
Sure, we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
See you Saturday. Thanks.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well, this is a long episode. We ran pretty long.
Went through some good stuff, though.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you, Coach Ed, great guy, and again, got a link down below here to his gym, and again, you got to check out, you want to see some fighters bring it, you check out Epic Fighting. I'm going to be there. I might be filming, I might not, I'm not sure. I'm going to go there and check that out, cage side. I got a couple of buddies fighting on that card, and hey, any last final words there, Jesse?
You know, I really am looking forward to now Jones and Belfort. I really am.
Yeah.
Because love Dan Hendo, but I think Belfort brings more problems to Jones.
Because what you think is just his quickness?
The quickness,
his
footwork, quickness. He's got, he's phenomenal at getting in and out. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got great kicks. Joe Rogan has said it, and I've said it too a couple times. I think the keys to take out Jones is take out his base, take out those legs. Just kick those legs.
Gotta imagine that Rashad's and him are just drilling leg kicks like crazy.
I really think the keys are going to be just those legs. I really do.
Well, Joe Rogan's always talking about it. He says that he thinks, leg kicks are some of the most underrated.
They're very under the leg
techniques.
Kicks and the jab.
And the jab, that's
yeah,
right.
Keeping your opponent at bay.
Can't quite do that with John Jones.
No.
Can't quite jab that guy. But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. Hey guys, again, fantastic. We're getting lots of feedback. I want to thank you for all your comments, all the new subscribers. Share this episode with your friends, and we got more coming, and really appreciate your support. So this is Brian.
Jesse.
We'll see you later.
Take care.
All right.